Hong Kong police say no arrests were made over the weekend of protests, noting that yesterday's massive rally was largely peaceful. But a 19-year-old man has been charged after he attacked a mainland Chinese journalist during last week's airport protest.
Organisers say 1.7 million people turned up at Victoria Park on Hong Kong Island for yesterday's rally. That's almost a quarter of the territory's population. The estimate given by the police, however, is 128,000. Our senior correspondent Roland Lim with more from the police briefing.
Hong Kong heaving a sigh of relief over a relatively quiet weekend of protests here. The police were updating us on the situation on the ground and said that no arrests were made over the weekend. Also, no tear gas was fired over the weekend, but one police officer did fire a rubber bullet. This concerned the cat and mouse game when protesters laid siege onto the Mong Kok police station on Saturday. Riot police were called in to clear the crowds, and when the police action was taking place, one protester had thrown a rubbish bin from an overhead bridge onto a police van. That's when that officer took action and fired that beanbag. But again, no arrests were made. Yesterday, on Sunday, there was that massive turnout. It was, of course, an unauthorized protest action, but because of the sheer numbers, several districts on Hong Kong Island were blocked by the number of people. Again, the police say that it went off largely peaceful, and that's why there was no police intervention, although several thousand did later on gather at government headquarters and started pelting objects and using laser pointers at the building. Now, police then issued a warning for these protesters to clear off, and by midnight, when the last subway trains were running, protesters also did disperse them. So a relatively quiet weekend here in Hong Kong.